Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. This project is about educational technology in the field of help students extend and apply knowledge. This work was submitted by Mazouzi Yanis, Belhoussine Suad, Touahri Lilia, Alouash Fariel, Abidi Ahmed, Touati Mohammed. Now we're going to present the table of contents. We'll explore a comprehensive guide. Let's dive into it. We have stage 1, choosing the topic. Stage 2, the introduction, defining the teaching stage and strategy. Stage 3, defining the lesson's specific features, lesson specification. Stage 4, applying the strategy and explaining the lesson with technologies that match with the strategy. Stage 5, applying the technologies to explain the lessons. Stage 6, brief, simple lesson plan. Conclusion. Last but not least, we have the bibliography. In the first stage, we choose the domain of public school, young learners and adolescents. Level, middle school, group 1, and the strategy of homework and practice. Stage 2, introduction. Education can be defined in different ways, but the real meaning is the continuing curiosity to learn more. It is the use of knowledge to innovate and grow people's learning skills. It helps to adjust properly in one's own environment. Well education helps the human to learn good attitudes and to develop one's individuality. But unfortunately, there will be no education without a good teaching, which provides the power of education to today's youth to help them for a better future. Teaching is the process of attending pupils' needs, experiences, feelings, and intervening so that they learn particular things. Indeed, being a good teacher is hard, but especially in middle schools, because it is undoubtedly one of the hardest age groups to teach. It can also be the most rewarding for teachers of this level should be aware about what they teach and how they can structure the content of curriculum transformation, as well as lack of time and adequate resources may deter teachers from integrating technology in their lessons. Each teacher has his own strategy of teaching in middle school, but a lot of them tend to use practice in homeworks, which are effective instructional strategies to help pupils retain content. Here we have the stage 3, the lesson-specific features. The lesson-specific feature discussed is the importance of homework and practice for middle school learners. Homework and practice provide students with an opportunity to review and apply what they have learned. To make homework effective, we provide 3 recommendations for classroom practice. First, we have develop and communicate a district or school homework policy. Secondly, design homework assignments that support academic learning and communicate their purpose. The last one, provide feedback on assigned homework. Emphasizing the importance of effective practice for improving proficiency, traditional practices like reviewing notes or rereading text have limited effects on achievement, but are still better than no practice at all. The lesson specification. Here we have the level, date, lesson, topic, materials, and resources. Objective of the lesson. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to define and explain the concept of an ecosystem, identify and describe different components of an ecosystem, understand the interdependence and interactions between living and non-living elements within an ecosystem, analyze and discuss real-life examples of ecosystems and their significance. The lesson content has introduction, definition and components of ecosystems, interactions within ecosystems, activity, review and discussion, closure. Stage 4. How can apply this strategy lesson? Here are some tips for using practice and homework to explain your lesson. Provide clear instructions. Create scaffolded assignments. provide feedback, use a variety of assignment types, encourage reflection, provide resources. Here we have the technologies matched with this strategy. We have the online homework platforms, learning management systems, gamification tools, online collaboration tools, interactive simulations, mobile apps. Stage 5. Applying the technologies to explain the lessons. The use of information and technology is not yet widely spread in the Algerian middle school classrooms because of the challenges in using them effectively by teachers and the absence of such tools in some or in most of the schools. To be an effective teacher requires different adjectives to describe what a teacher must be like. That means that good, effective teachers have to know how to apply modern technologies to explain their lessons in the classroom in order to help the students to learn and apply knowledge. Here are the most common teaching methods used by teachers: lecture-based instruction, technology-based learning, group learning, individual learning, inquiry-based learning, kinesthetic learning, game-based learning, and expeditionary learning. And here is an example of lecture-based instruction. This example refers to a traditional classroom teaching model, where the instructor delivers a lecture verbally in combination with a projector, and visual display surface and writing surface. Here we have the justification. The use of educational technology has become vital for today's learners since it allows them to study at a much faster rate than they would if such tools and applications were not used. And here are some advantages of using technology in classrooms. It provides a range of materials that are easily accessible. It improves learners' communication skills. It provides learners with a fun learning experience. It enables learners to access the internet and so many other ones. Stage 6. Brief, simple lesson plan. A lesson plan is the instructor's road map of what students need to learn and how it will be done effectively during the class time, in which the teacher designs appropriate learning activities and develops strategies to obtain feedback on students' learning. Well, there are two types of lesson plan. The first one is task-based plan, which is focusing on setting a goal for students. It can be a report, a video, or a presentation. The second model of lesson plan is starting with preparation. Here, the teacher will prepare the lesson outside of the classroom. For example, he prepares the lesson of W and yes, no question at home. He will write all the rules in a paper so that he can facilitate understanding to the learners. After preparation, the teacher will explain all the lesson to his students, in which he gives them all the rules of W and yes, no questions. A well-designed lesson plan helps students and teachers understand the goals of an instructional module, allows the teachers to translate the curriculum into learning activities, and it provides a general outline of teaching goals, learning objectives, and means to accomplish them. The teacher can design appropriate learning activities and develop strategies to obtain feedback on student learning. Here we have the conclusion. Technology is the best invention. It can transform learning in immense ways. Therefore, integrating it into middle school classrooms is the best decision because it helps students enhance their learning experience. Many teachers have chosen a practical strategy, which is homework in practice. This strategy is a perfect tool as it helps every learner practice their knowledge. To make homework effective, teachers tend to provide some recommendations, such as developing and communicating a district or school homework policy. Lesson specification is divided into 4 stages: level, data, lesson, and topic. This lesson should have materials and resources, objectives, and lesson content. Tips for using homework and practice include creating scaffolding assignments, providing feedback, using a variety of assignment types, encouraging reflection, and providing resources. To explain the lesson well, there are some technologies that match with this strategy, such as online homework platforms. The advantages of using technology continue to increase because it provides a more engaged learning environment, supports the development of fine motor skills, and promotes collaboration and relationships. With technology, learners will master languages and build cultural awareness.